Hey guys, Scott Burr from the Fight Gym in Sugar Falls, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Kodokan Judo black belt, Kuxildo black belt, Maxwell SC certified pro trainer. Today I'm going to talk to you about a setup I like to use for the Darce choke from the north-south. Okay? Great. So this is Mike. I got Mike here. Yes. Okay. Here I am in the side control position. When I'm here, the first thing I want to deal with is this nearside elbow. So if the guy's got his arm still in between me and he's able to push on me and stuff, this is really gonna, I have to keep fighting this fight until this is dealt with. And if I want to advance into knee on belly, or I want to advance into mount, if he's still got this here, he can give me problems when I try to move. It's gonna get in my way, okay? So the way I'm going to typically deal with this is by moving my hips, switch my hips and push so that now I have his arm clustered up high by his head, okay? Obviously, this is a good position for me and it's a bad position for his arm, but sometimes people have a hard time transitioning from here into any sort of choke, right? If I want to make any sort of head and arm choke and I start to open up to try to thread my arm here, people will use the space that I make to push on my arm, or just move their head so that they can move their elbow, right? Like, yeah, exactly. So I don't want to give him any more space. I have him clustered here between my elbow and my hip, okay? So the way that I like to transition into this head and arm choke situation is a little trick that I sort of borrow from the way that nurses change bed sheets, right? If you have somebody in a bed and they can't get out of the bed so that the nurse changes the sheets, right? The trick is you roll them onto the side and you take the sheet up and you tuck it under their back, and then you roll them onto the other side and then you take it out from under them. So that's what I use to get my arm under this guy. So what I do is, this arm, whether I have his elbow or I have his shoulder, I roll the guy up and I lay my arm right along his spine here. And now I'm gonna roll him back and my arm pops out the other side here. Now, it's very easy for me to keep tight as I transition into my next choke, whatever it's going to be. Okay? So let's look at this from here. Okay? Here I was in side control. The guy's got his arm still in my way. He's pushing on me, so I'm going to switch my hips to get his arm dealt with. Now, if I open up to try to thread this arm under his head, sometimes he's going to grab my bicep and push, or he's going to move his head and make some space. So I don't want to give him any space here. So I'm going to keep my elbow nice and tight to the floor. I'm going to roll the guy up slightly on the side so that my arm can go tight along his spine. And now I just roll him back and my arm pops out here. See? I can keep my hip tight while I sprawl into this position. Now, however I want to finish this, there's a lot of ways that work. Typically, I'm going to just grab my own bicep and start to squeeze. This is really lousy for Mike. Let's look at one more angle. Okay, so a little detail about how I set up the head and arm choke from the side control north-south position. Give it a try and see what you think. I found it to be pretty helpful when I started using it. So, until next time, thanks guys.